Welcome, everybody. Hey, everybody. Welcome, everybody. It is not Catter Day. It is Friday. Oh, yes. What's up, everybody? Jackson here, and welcome live from the Cat Cave on this beautiful Friday night. Hello, everybody. It is good to see you. Good to be seen to everybody on this line. I'm psyched, man. If you guys don't know, Taylor, who has been here at my side for a very long time, in fact, this entire time, this is his last day today. So you guys be sending Taylor some love this entire time, will you please? It's important to...
Thanks, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, man, Jackson.
Do you feel guilty?
Do I feel guilty? We'll talk about that in a minute.
We'll talk about the guilt.
Yeah, the guilt.
And I don't know if you guys watched the video that just premiered, but that was, at one point we just threw your picture up there because you have this disembodied voice.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, it's cool. It's like the, well, even on Howard Stern and stuff, they'd show the person.
That's what I'm saying. Every now and again, we would have just a little something, But so we threw up that picture, and it was. Did you see it?
Yeah, I didn't see my
It said
cameo.
it said Taylor Foyles, live from the Cat Cave, producer and general tolerator of cat sanity. That's about all I could hope for.
Business card.
Could you please just walk over here? I want everyone to see. Everyone's got to see the shirt.
I wore this specifically
in honor. Look at that bad boy.
My mom gave me this shirt for Christmas. She found it at a thrift store, and it barely fits me because I was gonna wear it on tour, but the sleeves are pretty short.
But I mean, honestly, I could probably not even get that around my pinky.
It's small on me, and I'm pretty small. This thing. Yeah, but
it's a hell of a shirt.
Yeah, it's great.
And in honor. Yeah.
But I'm gonna leave it here. It's gonna live in the cat cave, so I'm not.
No, I'm gonna give it away.
Okay. Oh, you should. No, you should.
Should I?
Yeah.
All right. It's gonna be part of the,
because Jake won't fit in this, so I love replacement.
Yes, and we are. If you guys don't know, on the 18th, a couple weeks from now, that will be the premiere of the My Cat from Hell. Cat shit crazy coming up very soon, and because of that, Animal Planet will be running a My Cat from Hell marathon all day long, and I will be here without Taylor, which will be really interesting. But I'll be here, and I wouldn't say I'm going to be here all marathon because that damn thing starts at 6 a.m. But I will be here, and I'll be giving stuff away, and that shirt may be one of them.
Yep.
So you guys gotta make sure. Now, I just saw that Pebbles got herself the purple Adopt Don't Shop hoodie,
nice.
Which I actually really want, and I'm very sad that I don't have it yet. And that's right, Alrista01, My Cat from Hell is back for this one. We're doing a special. Who knows what happens after that? But for now, it is that one time. And Jenna, Taylor has a quote replacement. I don't know if he's actually going to be doing streaming.
Not live streaming for a little while.
Yeah, he's got to get up to speed because if you see behind us, we have a whole studio here that we've been.
Yeah, I normally turn those lights off when we do that. So,
and don't step on Audrey.
No,
because Audrey kind of blends in.
Yeah.
You guys can see her off to my left shoulder there. There's Audrey. Audrey. Oh my God, that's my right. There she is. My baby want to come up? Can you make it? Can you make it all the way up? Come on, Audrey. Oh my good God, there she is. My little spider monkey. But anyway. Oh, and Sue Williams got her hoodie today. Good. I'm glad you guys like it. I mean, I'm really... yes, Seat 31B. This is not a cat. Audrey, are you a cat?
What is she looking at?
She's actually spacing because I'm playing with the belly. And once you start playing with the belly, she starts falling asleep no matter what position she's in. We found that out when she was a puppy.
Oh yeah, she's super soft. Or soft.
I know.
However you say
You're
it.
so soft.
There it is.
But anyway, Audrey, please stop acting like you're in a coma. Nobody wants to see coma Audrey. Nobody wants to see coma Audrey. So anyway, yeah, no, I'm glad you guys like the merch. I mean, I'm actually pretty crazy about it. And Taylor designed the Adopt Don't Shop. If you guys got that one, for the longest time, those shirts and we never had a hoodie for that one, but they were kind of in that Frankie Goes to Hollywood, relax, don't do it style, which I love still to this day.
I think we still have. Or when
we should have some.
I was about to say there's some. I think when the store goes back up with those, Jenny has those somewhere.
And we are going to Chris. Audrey is a mutt. It's funny because we didn't realize, and you guys keep watching the photos that are spinning here, and you'll see Audrey when all of her hair grows out, which has not been in a very long time. But when she was a puppy, we got her. She was like, my sister-in-law found her in the street at about 7 weeks old. She was just emaciated. I got to find a picture. Flea-ridden. And then she went to the shelter for a few days to see if her people were going to get her. And then she wound up with us. But when her hair grows out, she's like, I kid you not, she's like a yak. Like, it just never stops growing. It's amazing. And we were walking down the street with her, and some woman comes up to us and she goes, "Oh my God, what a beautiful Caton de Tulier you have." And my wife and I are like, what? What you say? Caton de Tulier, they say. The official dog of, what was it? I want to say Casablanca, but I know it's not that. Anyway, yeah, with this haircut, she's just a muttly little frou-frou dog. Are you a frou-frou? Are you a frou-frou dog? Anyway, I know you guys are just like, oh my God, the cat guy is just fawning over his dog. I know. It is what it is. Anyhow,
well, we can start riddles. Just ask when do you start the questions?
Okay, so you guys, in terms of the AMA part of today, and that's right, not your username 2020, bipetual all the way. So, yeah, we're going to start the AMA. You'll see exclamation point AMA come up. This is all going to happen in Discord. So if you've got a question for me, go to Discord, because we can't do this thing, which is questions that are just whoosh, going off into space. So we're going to do it on Discord. So exclamation point Discord. Nope. Thank you, Jenna, and thank you, Taylor. Exclamation point AMA. And Peter Pan Petual. That's a good one. So anyway, go there. Start bringing in those questions.
AMA is Ask Me Anything.
Ask Me Anything.
Doris. Ask
Me Anything. AMA. Exclamation point AMA. Of course, you have to be in... I think you have to be in Twitch to do that, right?
Yeah, do you have some coming in yet?
Not yet, no. I don't see nothing.
Don't see nothing?
Do you?
Nope. Nothing.
So, yes, if you guys don't know what Discord is, nope. Discord is
see coming in now.
Oh, wait, I see something. I see something. And, of course, it's Sea Flute.
Well, let's keep questions, not just...
Yes, so this is where the questions go. Yeah. And let me just tell you this. If your questions are like this, I can't answer it. They got to be short. And also, in the spirit of AMA, the whole idea is you can ask me anything. It can be a question about me. Me. It's all about me. But, yeah, you can ask me cat questions also, but like I said, really short, because otherwise it's, if it takes you a while to ask it, it's going to take me a longer while to answer it. Nobody really wants to sit through that. So in the meantime, Purple Joy says, this link does nothing. Exclamation point AMA. We'll take you to Discord, right?
We'll give you the link and you got to click on it.
Okay, so you don't forget, Discord is a separate place. And
the link is not working. Okay, let me
it's not working.
On that.
Wait, yes it is. I've got tons of stuff coming in.
Yeah, it's definitely working. Yeah, I got accept invite right away when I clicked on it. So...
Oh, boy, you set yourself up for a lot of work then, didn't you?
Well, I mean, I've got, also, I mean, you could see there's plenty of people writing questions now.
Yeah, plenty of people are writing questions. So I will start in just a second here, because in the meantime, I got other stuff, and I can always scroll back, right? I can always scroll back. Basically, C flute is the beginning of everything. Hi, Jackson. Anyway, so what else is going on? Let me tell you. Dumpty-dumpty-dum-dum. Oh, and today's giveaway, like last week's, is a free t-shirt of your choice from our Teespring t-shirt zone. Of course, that does not include the Adopt Don't Shop hoodie or any hoodies. It's a t-shirt. But if you ask me, first of all, the Adopt Don't Shop t-shirt is amazing, but so is the Michelangelo t-shirt. I am very happy with that one. There's a couple of really cool things in there, so check it out. And at the end of our stream today, I will give away Why Am I Cute? Dinny Chat says that I'm so cute. What did I do? I didn't do nothing. I'm just cute being me. Anyhow, yeah, Jack, you're just catching up. This is Taylor's last. Jack is gonna cry. Mm-hmm. Jack is gonna cry.
Sorry, Jack. I also saw Jack's mom is in here.
Jack's mom is here. Well, I'm not gonna be all, on Jack because of his mom's here. Okay, so Rachel Moonwitch is asking, what's Discord first time here? So Discord, we like to think of Discord as being the depths of the cat cave, the inners of the cat cave. And all you got to do is go to, if you go to ! Discord, you'll see this area where we have all types of rooms that you can go into, all of these places to go. For instance, you can go to Tiny Muse Pictures, which is our place for baby anything, original cat art, catification, and of course AMA. So there's lots of fun stuff in here. This is a place where the whole community goes to hang. Little do you know that I sneak on to Discord every now and again, sort of, incognito. All right, so anyway, so that's the giveaway. The Cat Cave Deal product of the week is the Comfy Cuddle Up, which is our donut cat bed, and that's only during the stream. So the new price will show up in checkout. If you go ! Cat Cave Deal, then you'll get the link to where you're going on that one. And everybody needs beds, man. Everybody needs beds. And in fact, I'm sure I'm going to find a question about beds. And so there you have it. Let's see, what else? Like I said, July 18th, Saturday, July 18th, depending on your time zone, I think it should be about 10 p.m., but check your local listings. My Cat from Hell is coming back with our sort of coronavirus quarantine type special. Really what it's about is the fact that we've been spending way too much time at home. Our cats are sick of us, and there's the storyline for that show, along with, of course, My Cats from Heaven. Pebbles is asking, Taylor, what is the command for the Teespring link?
Merch.
Merch. ! Merch. Yeah. So here we go. Well, there's all these things I want to talk about.
Well, you can start going through. I just looked at the questions coming in.
There's tons.
And like half of them are watch this video on YouTube. So you could bang through quite a lot of them. Like pretty quick.
Meaning do or don't?
I'm saying half the answers are what there's a video on
Oh, there we
YouTube.
go. Okay, so don't forget, you guys. I mean, what I try to do mostly is put up videos on YouTube that address the most common questions. So yes, as Taylor's saying, there's going to be a lot of times where I'm just going to be like, watch that video, because I'm hoping that most of these things have been covered. I'm probably dead wrong. You know what? I'm just going to grab a question. Let's just start here. Well, there we go, for beds. Oscar Fleming says, question for Jackson, if beds are scent soakers, how often am I supposed to wash them? That's it. Let me just talk about. This is a great question because I was just having. What?
No, I mean, we talk about that stuff, and I never thought to ask that question before.
I mean, it's a great question, and I was just doing. I was talking to someone this morning, and was trying to get to the bottom of an issue she was having, and it turns out one of the things that she was doing was cleaning her litter boxes, and I mean cleaning them, meaning wiping them down, cleaning them daily, and that's something I wouldn't want you guys to do. Litter boxes are scent soakers, and in fact, I call it the king of the scent soakers. And if you don't know what a scent soaker is, again, there's a video on that. But scent soakers are basically territorial signposts. Your cat marks it with their body. They lay on it. Their scent glands put markers all over things. And when they do that, they own it. Now, it doesn't matter if other cats lay in it or not. Then it's just shared territory. But their scent means a confident marker of ownership as opposed to peeing on something, which is a very unconfident marker. And so that was an interesting question. Now, when it comes to beds being scent soakers, yeah, man, beds are like also wonderful scent soakers, which is why I ask you to have them all over the house. And just a reminder, the Cat Cave deal of the week is the comfy cuddle up. So go ahead and get yourself one of those. Anyhow, in terms of washing them, look, I could just talk about in my house. I wash them when someone pukes in them. I wash them when there's food in it or when it just gets generally nasty. You know what I mean? When you look at it and you're like, ugh, you throw it in the washing machine. And don't worry about it. Your cats will put their scent in it all over again. So I don't think that there's really a, I don't think that it's a, oh my God, it's like your lucky socks, don't wash the lucky socks. It's not like that. Your cats will remark them, but I would hang on to it until you have to, because it still acts as a very important signpost for your cats. And let me just check in with everybody here. Don't forget, you guys, if you've got questions, they go in Discord and not up here. So I would say exclamation point AMA. And we're talking about, no, we're still asking questions in here. Doopy-doopy-doo.
Yes, it does work on Android, works on mobile, desktop, PlayStation.
Everywhere. And if you guys are really into it, I really love this app. I think the app is really pretty kick-ass.
App, or it works on desktop too.
And desktop, yeah. Sure. You don't have to. You don't have to. Yeah. So there we go. And Mate or Meltel20 wants a tie-dye T-shirt. We don't sell them anymore, do we? The tie-dyes?
No, I think we sold all of them.
Yeah, we sold them out. We did have tie-dyes. All this stuff will eventually come back. Here's the thing that's really interesting is that every industry is being affected by the pandemic, and merchandise is one of those things. We usually use this one company who can make just about anything for us, including Jigglyfluff beanies. And unfortunately, they are kind of down for the count for the second. They're having a little bit of a problem. So Teespring is about what we got right now, but don't worry about it. We are going to get back up and running with everything else. So start with Teespring and move on from there. Aravise or Aravis or Aravice. Hello from Montreal. Hello to you in Montreal. Ugh, God, such a beautiful place. You know, I found out that like right now, if I wanted to go home to New York, that it's like a 14-day quarantine.
Yeah,
So
I've heard that in some.
Chicago now, by the way, too.
Yeah, well, I am going to be quarantined when I move to Chicago.
Oh, when you go there, you have to be
14 days.
I didn't know that. All right, here we go. No, Victoria, please do not copy and paste your question into this right here. If I can answer it, I will definitely answer it. But there's a lot of questions. Jeez Louise. All right, I better get to it. David C. says, Jackson, could you tell us more about your music? What instruments do you play? Bands you are or have been in? Do you ever sing lead? Where can we hear your music? Is any of the music yours during the breaks? So here's the thing about my music. The interesting thing is that, and I'm very grateful about this, that most of my songs and my performances and everything appeared before, like the MySpace of it all, and the real digitizing and Bandcamp and things like that. I really was not a part of that, and I'm happy about it because I was a real perfectionist. So I would put something out and I would be like, "Arr, arr, arr," and I hate it so much, and then I would be sad that I made it, but it didn't get out in the world. My deal is this. I was waiting for the world to slow down a little bit so I could get back to it, get my chops where I want them to be, and start making music for you guys. It's still going to come. I know I've been saying that for a long time, but it will. In terms of bands and things like that, I mean, I was in a lot of bands you wouldn't have never heard of in a million years, and I mean, you can search them, but honestly, good luck. I think the only thing you might find if you searched hard enough is that I was in a band for a long time called Pope of the Circus Gods. And that's somebody called me that one time.
Oh, okay.
And at that point, with multicolored dreads and like,
it was a compliment.
Parachute pants. Yeah, no, it was a parachute. And then it was funny because I was like marketing myself. I was like, that's too long. Pope of the Circus Gods is too long. So we shortened it to Saint Circus, which I also thought was a great name. And then we went back and forth. And anyway, but otherwise, it was always under my name. I write songs, I play guitar. I also have played bass in bands, and I play keyboards and whatever. The only thing I do not play, for the most part, is drums because I really suck. I mean, I just can't get the hang of it. I can't get the hang of my feet and my hands doing things. I'm not mathematically inclined in any way, and you really, if you're going to be a great drummer, your mind does have to work that way.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, I can't even make beats well.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
not
used
good
to be
at
able to do it, and now I can't.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I started with drums technically when I was in middle school.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then started playing guitar, and it made me a dumb drummer. I don't know. It just made me like forget everything.
Well, it's almost like, for years in high school I took Spanish, and then my last 2 years in high school I took Italian, and those two things just now I can't do either. Yeah, they do. They cancel out. Anyway, moving on. So you will at some point hear me. All I can tell you is this. I ain't no Russell Crowe. I can actually, I'm actually, not going to use...
Call out Russell Crowe on the street?
I'm just saying, it was... Okay, I'm sorry. Russell Crowe is a great actor.
Okay.
But in terms of musical, it was one of those things where, okay, you're famous, so your band gets a little bit of play.
Gotcha.
Keanu Reeves...
I was about to say there's quite a few.
There's quite a few, yeah. And that's okay. And listen, there's always in the mix of it, there's a Johnny Depp who's actually really, really good.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Oh yeah, no, I think Johnny Depp's great. But I know how to write a song. Okay, so moving on. Isilia says, "Hi Jackson, my cat keeps waking me up at 7 a.m. even after I hunt, catch, kill, eat with her before I go to bed. Is there a way to stop her from waking me up every morning? She is 4 next week." Isilia, again, I know that you've done the hunt, catch, kill, but you haven't watched the whole video, because then you will find out about the other part of this whole thing, which really is the painful part. And the painful part is ignoring them. Like really ignoring them. Like really sticking to it. Like not calling their name, not throwing a pillow at them, not getting up and feeding them or playing with them. The deal is this. You getting up or doing anything, yelling at them when they wake you up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and the only reason they're doing it is because it worked. Because it works. They get the attention that they desire, or the food, or the play, or even the yelling and the pillow throwing. It's still attention. So what is of most importance, Isilia, and if you've got a partner, this goes to your partner as well, buy in. Just do not move. Bite the pillow. Don't say anything. Do not move. It works as long as you're doing the other part of the work, which is getting them into a rhythm so that they are not nocturnal anymore. They are going with you. And all of that is accomplishable. But the hardest part really is the ignoring part. And one thing I can tell you guys all, when it comes to them doing this kind of behavior, just don't reward the sound. Reward the silence. Even if your cat is silent for 3 minutes, use that, then go and say, okay, it's feeding time. because they will not be able to associate it with what they did before. In fact, if you do it 30 seconds after they stop making noise, they won't make the association. So just be aware of that. Hopefully that helped.
That's good.
Okay, and you guys, I am going to skip around just a little bit because I'm going to have to. Oh, I like this. Shailene asked me, can you tell me a bit about how the raw food diet works? So a raw diet is what I recommend for all cats. And I know that can be, in certain circles, a little controversial. The AVMA, American Veterinary Medical Association, has actually come out with a position statement kind of against raw food, which, just from my lay perspective, is kind of crazy. Why? Because they're saying that undercooked meat is not good for cats. And I think that the justification is that in their mind that cats have moved away from being what I call the raw cat, that sort of ancestral hunter cat. And that is true, but they have not moved that far away. We have not done much in terms of genetically pulling cats far away from the raw cat. So they still have that very strong in them. Their digestive tract is short and straight and meant to filter out impurities. The whole idea of cats getting salmonella from raw food, or E. coli or whatever, I think is ridiculous. The idea is if a cat hunts a mouse, they're going to what? They're going to eat the mouse. They're not going to barbecue the mouse. They're not going to microwave the mouse. They're just going to eat it. And cats don't die from that unless the mouse has ingested some sort of poison. Anyway, I'm getting way far off the beaten track. But a raw diet, there are plenty of places for you to go to learn about raw diets. My favorite place is called felinenutrition.org. That's feline-nutrition.org. They are dedicated to the topic. They have wonderful articles in there. I wholeheartedly love their work, and there's plenty of other places to go. And that's the bottom line, is that cats should be, in a perfect world, they would be eating about between 80 and 90% meat, and that includes, muscle, tissue, bone, fat, the whole 9 yards, everything. And then the other 10% or so would be what you would normally find in the belly of prey that they would eat, that kind of carb. And that's it. And that's why I've got so much trouble with commercial food, of a lot of different commercial food, but especially dry food, is because the carb count in that food is ridiculously high. Forget about being grain-free. Screw grain-free for a second. I mean, the idea of the carbs that are in dry food are just too much for cats. There's no way anybody could justify that being healthy for a cat. And I'm sure that somebody will, and I'm sure somebody will call me an idiot, and that's totally cool, actually. Call me an idiot. I'm fine. Idiot. Jerk. No, I'm not a jerk. If I'm a jerk, you're an idiot. Raw food jerk. Raw food idiot. Dry food jerk. Anyway, there we go.
Let's get back to the questions.
Getting back. Well, that's it. That's all I'm giving you for the question.
No, I like picking the questions that are for everybody.
Yes, and that's what I'm trying to do, you guys. I'm trying to answer things that the most people can get some help from.
But I was going through here trying to delete some questions if I saw any.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good questions in here.
Yeah,
so
I know. I'm seeing them too, man.
You guys are doing a good job asking questions.
Well, here you go. Barely Hazel, same thing. Barely Hazel, hi Jackson. What's your take on grain-free for cats? And there you go. And that's the idea. Yeah, of course, grain-free. If you stick to the cats being obligate carnivores, that means that is all they're supposed to eat. Period. What's found in their natural prey, obligate carnivores. Grain, not one of those, right? So, yeah. And yes, there is a lot of research now that says the grain-free is not that good for dogs at all, but that just came out. Let's see. Doopy-doopy-doo. Whoa. C. Caitlin says, Jackson, my foster isn't socialized and I was told she will be euthanized. What can I do? Can I add her to a colony? Why did I even read that one? I'm sorry, C. Caitlin. I really can't answer that one. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have even read that one out loud. Strike that. Because, C. Caitlin, the idea of not being socialized, does that mean that you're fostering a feral cat? And how old are they? And what is their history? And were they in a rescue before they came to you because you were fostering them? And all that. And honestly, because there's so many questions, I really can't answer that one. I'm so sorry. So that was a mistake for me to read that one. Not Your Username asks, what happened to your Cadillac that you drove in your beginning seasons? Now, first of all, it's not a Cadillac. It's a Lincoln. And it is a 1957 Lincoln. God, what was the name of that model? It was the first year they made it. Anyway, I gotta say, I am a classic car type person. That car was actually, when we finally got the second and third season renewal, one of my producers bought that car because he was just so psyched, and we got to use it. And I gotta say, the hugest freaking car I have ever driven. Like, it's one step below an RV. I remember driving it in downtown LA, and I couldn't make a left turn without making a 3-point turn down there. You know, it's really tight streets. But yeah, I couldn't have afforded that car in a million reality show seasons. But it is a beautiful, beautiful car. And past there, in latter years, we actually used my brother's car. He has the Mustang that you might have seen in the last couple of seasons. Yeah, it's as big as a whale and it's about to set sail, says David Katz.
I was going to say, I'm going to pull these up.
Pull what up?
The cars.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Which one is it?
It's the pink one, right there, top left.
Oh, yeah, you can kind of see that.
Wait, where did all this come from?
Just Google. I just typed in Jackson Galaxy car.
Wow, and there's my face.
Yep.
I am a car.
And a wedding photo, too.
And there's the wedding picture.
Yeah, again.
So, yeah, that first one, yeah, that's the car.
It's just not
And, in fact, I think that is actually the car.
Let me see if it'll go on.
Yeah, Lincoln Premier. That's what it is.
Oh.
And believe it or not, that is the exact, well, not the exact car, but that is the model that Rita Hayworth died in. I think she drove off like a cliff in Hollywood Hills or something, but that was the car she was driving. That second car there, the red one, let's get on that guy.
Oh, that's not you either, but...
No, that's not. Is that me?
Just says Jackson Galaxy red car.
It, for the life of me, for some reason, I'm not remembering.
You are. This is IMDb.
There it is. That's the one.
Let's see if it shows up on IMDb.
Now, that was the first car that we used in My Cat from Hell, and for some weird reason, I am blanking on the model of the car. And that one belonged to my friend who was also one of the first contributing producers to the show. We just, everyone knows that I love, or everyone I knew, why do I keep looking at this computer? Everybody knew that I was sort of a 60s, 70s sort of muscle car type of guy. My favorite car, the one I drove for years, was a 1969 Barracuda in beautiful aquamarine. It was the car of my life. But then you move to Los Angeles, and let me tell you, folks, you got to be of a certain tax bracket to afford a place that has a garage that you can fit one of these cars.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, let alone the car itself. And it's funny. Okay, so here's a story. Denny Chat says, my grandfather had a car called a Galaxy, beautiful fins. It was silver and huge. I assumed the car you drove was a Galaxy. So Galaxy 500 is a beautiful, beautiful old muscle car. And I was looking for one. And this is the first season of the show. And if you guys, if you're a real hardcore My Cat from Hell watcher, you will notice the first season, a cat named Minibar. And in that episode, there was a guy, I forget his name, the human's name, and we were having a conversation. I was like, man, I really want to get me a Galaxy 500. He goes, oh, I got one. I was like, what? What do you mean? Yeah, no, I'll give it to you if you want it. I was like, what are you talking about? And he points out the window. This is downtown LA, like 3 blocks from Skid Row, but it's one of those like fancy loft places, right? It looks out the window, and it's down in an alley, and it was a convertible, and the soft top was carved out. He goes, the only problem is all the feral cats in the neighborhood use it as a house. He's like, it
Well,
smells
how
kind of like
appropriate.
piss.
How appropriate.
I know. And I actually went down there to give it a whiff. It would have been down to the bones of that car. It was so sad.
Ripped out the whole, yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure the metal smelled like piss. But I was like, you know what? The ferals deserve it more than me. So there you have it. Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that's great.
I got to go back to, for 1 second, because I'm really feeling bad about this. So my God, there's a lot of questions. I do want to go back to see Caitlin for just a second. I can't get this out of my head. Please don't let them euthanize this freaking cat because he's not socialized. That should not be allowed, okay? An unsocialized cat is no reason to kill them. I can't get this out of my head, and I'm really sorry because I should not have read this in the first place, but they may be feral, and they may be better off in outside or as a barn cat, as a working cat. You can place these guys in lots of situations where they're, quote unquote mousers. Lots of shelters have working cat programs. Check out your local area. If this one shelter or rescue or whatever will not do it, then just keep looking for a working cat program. And just don't accept don't accept their word for it just because it's not socialized. But again, I don't know everything that's going on there. I just don't. I just had to say that. Okay, so there we go. I'm so that one is going to drive me crazy.
Sorry. You're not going to be sorry.
Okay.
Don't be sorry.
All right, I won't be sorry. All right, let's see here. Doopy-doopy-doopy-doo. I have a 14... This is Ms. G. I have a 14-year-old feral. Any chance of ever brushing her teeth? No.
Yeah, that's a good one. One-word answer.
Yeah, one-word answer. Well, that's not going to hold. But I would say this. If there's any chance, if that cat is in good enough health to go under light sedation in order to get an actual dental at your vet, I would definitely do that. Definitely. If she's up for it, if the vet concurs that he or she is healthy enough for that. But brushing their teeth, if they're as feral as I'm thinking that you're saying, then yeah, no. Plus, I honestly, in terms of brushing your cat's teeth, I think that, by and large, I think it's kind of folly. Like it's not something that your cats are going to let you do regularly. And I know that there's one of you guys out there that's going to be like, what the hell, man? My cat will let me do anything. That's great. But I think by and large, the best thing for you to do is every couple of years you go to the vet and you have them do a full dental. They will scrape the tartar off their teeth. A lot of cats lose teeth as they get older, and that's okay. And sometimes they need to have teeth removed or whatever. But it's better than trying to brush their teeth, because a lot of times that also just affects your relationship with them if they keep thinking that every time you come at their face that you're going to try to brush, but especially with a feral. Okay, there was my one-word answer. Let's see. I'm working here. Oh boy. Tika says, hello, Jackson. I will be visiting my sister for a few days who has a multi-dog and one cat in her home. Can I bring my cat with me? Any advice on introduction? So if you're only going for a few days, Tika, I wouldn't do it. Honestly, I wouldn't do it unless your cat is so used to traveling with you, so used to being by your side, and so adaptable that he or she can handle it. Usually, cats are just more attached to their territory, which is kind of why I always tell you guys, to get a pet sitter to come to your home when you're traveling instead of boarding your cats, which is it's just no matter how hard, a place will try, it's really stressful compared to being in their own territory, and possibly so is this. So my advice would be to just get a pet sitter and not try, especially because your cat might be cool, but is her cat and her dog cool? And trying to get an introduction in 2 days? Yeah, I don't think so. Risky. Yeah, there we go. You had to crack a whip in there, didn't you?
Yeah, I did limit it now that they can only.
People asking multiple questions?
Yeah, they can do only one now. you might.
Well, look, there's Nico, they, them, who says, how have you been doing? Are all the family members doing okay? Thank you for asking, Nico. Things are pretty well in the house. I mean, I think that we're no different from anybody else, really. I mean, we've been spending most of our time at home. And we've got 7 cats and 3 dogs and a turtle and some chickens and a rooster and feral cats out front. It's a lot. But you know what? We've adapted. They've adapted. There are times where, little squabbles will break out because everyone's a little cabin feverish. But I think by and large, everyone's pretty okay. And hey, one thing I got to tell you is there's a couple of them that you're going to meet on the My Cat from Hell special coming up very soon, July 18th. But thank you for asking, Nico. Let's see. John Schwizp. John Swizp. Hi, Jackson. I got my kitten during quarantine, and every time I leave the apartment for groceries and whatnot, he starts meowing like crazy. The meowing usually goes on for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then he just sits staring at the door. Is there something I can do, or is this normal behavior? So, first of all, there is a video from, I would say maybe 2 months back. It's one of our Q&A videos on Wednesdays about separation anxiety. So check that one out for sure. And I mean, he's young and you just got him, and the idea that you leaving is not something that's usual for him. So a couple of things. The first thing is, depending on his age, I mean, if he's a young kitten, go get another kitten, John. I mean, honestly, now's the time. 2 is always better than 1. And they will keep each other company, and you become a little less of a, not a central figure, but like the defining figure in the territory. So yeah, absolutely. And I'm not saying if he's a year old you shouldn't get another cat, but it's very easy when they're young to just integrate another one. And let me tell you something, you guys. No matter where you are, unless it's winter time where you are, it's kitten season. And that means kittens are being born. And that means we're trying to foster them out, get them adopted. And every kitten that you can adopt, every kitten that you can foster right now is good news, good news. So, John, I would definitely recommend another kitten. And then watch my separation anxiety video. Okay. Let's see. Miss Meow Mix asks me, any suggestions on how to deal with cats who are petrified of thunder? Now, this is a great question because at least in America right now, sorry not to alienate any of you guys that are not here, but I'm sure you know what the 4th of July is, right? So the 4th of July is a time for fireworks. And I got to tell you, man, in the U.S. right now, there was actually a news report that came out today that said that we are on the verge of running out of fireworks. Literally selling out of fireworks, which I really, really hope happens. I hope I never have to see another firework because it makes my animals crazy. If there is one holiday, I'm going to go off for a second. If there's one holiday where every shelter goes, oh my God, it's about to happen. 2 holidays, 4th of July, New Year's Eve. Why? Fireworks. Fireworks happen, animals jump out the window, they run out of the yard, they break through gates, they're running through the streets, shelters are overrun just for some damn fireworks. Anyway, that said, we also have a video on that topic as well. And thunderstorms are no different. Now, when we're trying to get animals used to that kind of sound, and some, I'm sorry, no matter what you do, it's just one of those things where they just need to go into a quiet place and be in that quiet place. Watch my base camp video for tips on that. Having scent soakers, beds that really are that to them is home base. One of the best home bases that you can do for your cats is get them to like their carrier, their crate. because that's the place you do want them to go when they're scared, as opposed to under the bed or deep inside of a closet where you have no control over it whatsoever. If their sort of panic room is their carrier, that's great for both of you guys. So that's something that you can train them into over time, where first of all, you start, if they don't want to be in the carrier, that's fine. Take it apart. First make it a bed and put all the nice scent-soakery stuff in there and their favorite little toys, and you save their jackpot treat, that treat that they will just go nutso over. They only get it when they're there. Then you add the top, then you add the door, and there you go. And then, there comes that point where they're scared, and that's the only place they have to go to hide. They'll use it, and that's a good thing. The other thing that we talk about is desensitizing to the noise. And the way that you do that is that you can actually get a recording of thunder, and during mealtime, playtime, any like high value time with you, you play that recording at a very low volume. And then every time that you have those sessions, you just eke it up until it's, at a louder volume. And what you're doing is you're desensitizing them to the negative association they would have with the sound, because you're recalibrating it with a positive association. And there you go, Miss Meow Mix. How you like that?
I think that was the wrong answer.
Which
the right answer is just watch the video that you put out last week.
Was it last week?
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you just say that before I went off?
I don't know. I didn't really. I wasn't paying attention.
Should have kicked me or something.
Then you really started going into the video.
Let's see. Dum-de-dum. Well, you know what I should do? I should take a quick little break so I can get a handle on some of these, because it really is a lot. And I love you guys tremendously for doing this. I really do. I just love the fact that you're so inquisitive about cats. It'll also give me ideas about new videos. I love this. Don't forget you can ask questions about me as well. Like, for instance, Bam Malfer says, Jackson, do you own a Gibson Les Paul or a vintage Gretsch? You play scales at all? Lastly, any good ink stories tattoo? What is your first? Okay, first of all, yes, there is a Gibson Les Paul right back there.
It's not here anymore. You took it home.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, I did take it home.
Yeah,
the Les Paul is at home, which was actually a gift, and probably the best gift I think I've ever gotten. It was really surprising and beautiful. I do have, not a vintage Gretsch, I wish I did. I wish I had a Gretsch. We actually, it's a funny story. When we were on our last tour, on the Total Cat Mojo tour, my guitar disappeared in transit from one gig to another. Taylor, being the accomplished tour maestro, somehow hooked up with somebody who got me this classic, beautiful Gretsch to play in one gig, and I actually wound up going to two different gigs. We Seattle and Portland, right? And by the time I was in Portland, I played that thing twice. I wanted it so badly, and it turned out to be way too much money. But I do have a Gretsch acoustic that I play, and someday I will have that Gretsch. Do I play scales? No, I do not play scales. No. I, as I do in the rest of my life, I get along with turning the guitar into something I own, as opposed to something that owns me. That's how I do it. Any good ink stories, tattoos? What is my first? So my first tattoo, you guys, let's see if we can get this on here. My first tattoo, can you see it? Can you see it? You guys see this Pink Panther right here? That's that Pink Panther. I'm just going to flex my guns here. Anyway, there's the Pink Panther right there. That was the first time I go to a tattooist who was like in a basement in Omaha, Nebraska. There, let me see if I can, yeah, there we go.
Can you move the mic out of the way a little bit?
Okay. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Right there. And believe it or not,
it's like an outline.
Well, the pink, well, it is now. I mean, and then there's the moon. So there's Pink Panther, light post right there, moon. The light post actually came after the Pink Panther.
Oh.
I went back the next day because I was like, well, that wasn't so painful. I like that. So I was about, that tattoo right there is, I believe, about 30 years old.
Wow.
I know. Isn't that crazy? God, it's nuts. And here's another little one. This whole thing here, which is a concept they call skin through. If I had the money and time back then, I probably wouldn't have gotten this. I got it because the guy who was the tattoo artist was like, "Hey, I got to practice," and I was like, "All right, I'll do it." So he practiced on me. So that's this. Everything else was very purposeful except for that one thing. So there you go. Thank you for asking. Now, getting back to the rest of these questions, give me a minute. Let me get my act together here because we have basically close to 90 questions here. So I will chop it down. I will get to some that we can get to right away. And also at the same time, looking at all you guys up here, looking at all of my friends who are back, all of my friends who are going to say goodbye to Taylor today. Throw up your little emotes here for Taylor. Antonia's asking, did it hurt that bad? Let me tell you guys something. Tattoo-wise, everybody says something different. I have not gotten tattoos on my rib cage. I hear that is ridiculously painful. But I can tell you this. If you're getting tattoos, don't look forward to what we call the ditch right there. Don't look forward to the elbow. And don't look forward to down here, man. These are places that hurt, and they hurt like hell. Here, yeah, you're fine. Yeah, it's really, honestly, it's not that big a deal. And cat free, it does. It depends on your level of pain tolerance, and I can handle anything. I mean, anything. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Okay. Well, Pebbles, it's because the skin is thinner, but here is the sort of confluence of tons of nerve endings, and when you're getting tattooed here, it is like, I mean, the lights almost go out. It's incredible. It's just incredible how much it hurts. So go out and do it, folks. Go out and do it.
Well, you can't get tattooed right now.
Yeah,
this is the worst time to get tattooed.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Don't go out and do anything. Don't. Not anything. Okay, you guys. I would never, Tia Kiki, ever tattoo my skull. I'm going to tell you that right now. Although I did think maybe I should just tattoo hair on my head.
They do that. Those little dots.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like a pontilism type?
No, kind of like to fill in.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we'll be back in just a few minutes. I will get a handle on all of these questions that have come in and answer as many as I possibly can. Stay tuned. Wait.
We're back.
Okay, well. You ask for an AMA, and you got AMA. And yes, we have got a lot going on here, you guys. So let's start with a few house cleaning topics here. Number one, if you guys are typing questions up here in the chat, don't even bother, because I'm not seeing it. I'm over on Discord, where the questions are coming in on Discord. That's where it should go. If you go !AMA, then you will...
It'll give you the link.
Yeah. And yes. So more house cleaning. I want to thank the folks that are subscribing and following over on Twitch. You guys are making it possible for us to continue doing this. So I just want to say some highs to people. Diane Rowley, 6566, cheered 30 bits, and she's always showing love to this here program, so thank you so much. Cat Mom 2020 cheered 5 bits. Binksy Boo 3 has resubscribed tier 1 for 2 months. Thank you so much. Diane Rowley again. You are doing such a lovely job helping all the lovely little cats. God bless you. Thank you so much, Diane. And Diane Moore, showing love. Stephanie M53 cheering. More from Diane Rowley. Thank you, Diane. Jen C. Worth 0421 gifted a tier 1 sub to Bloody Baroness Cosplay. Well, there you go.
Thank you.
I'm sure Baroness is very happy about that. Lil T825 has subscribed. Valerie OSB has subscribed. Doodlebug7357 cheered 100 bits. Adopt a Grown Cat has resubscribed with a 2-month streak. I made it. Sorry I'm late, she says, or he says. Tigerific86 has subscribed through Amazon Prime, which, by the way, you can always subscribe to Twitch for free if you have Amazon Prime. Aradel Moongale cheered 1,500 bits. Thank you. Meow Woof, what's up, Jen? Has resubscribed now for 4 months. Stephanie M53 has resubscribed for 4 months. Hello, Stephanie. Jen C. Worth 0421 has resubscribed through Prime. Happy sub anniversary, Jackson, from your Seattle bracelet maker. Oh, that's right, Jen C. Worth. I absolutely remember you. Jack's mom has subscribed. Lynn OTR has resubscribed for 2 months. Happy 3rd of July to you, Lynn. Jigglyfluff 2020 has resubscribed for 3 months. Cat Fury has resubscribed for 2 months. 2 months of Cats and Others. Morado Wave has subscribed. Thank you so much. Paula Stiles has resubscribed. Thank you guys so very much for participating, for asking questions, for subscribing, resubscribing, and following. It really floats our boat, as it were. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so a few other things. Number one, don't forget that we do have a giveaway at the end of our stream today. And I wouldn't hesitate. I would get on Twitch, and if you are interested in winning a free T-shirt from our Teespring catalog, do it now, because I don't know how long we're going today. I really don't. It might not be too long. So get on it right now. And you do that by doing !giveaway. That'll take you to the link, which will get you to sign up. Also, we have the Cat Cave Deal product of the week, which is !Cat Cave Deal, and you will get money off our comfy Cuddle Up. The new price will show up in your checkout. And what else do I want to talk about? Oh, I want to...
Here's the Cuddle Up.
There's the comfy Cuddle Up right there. It is a fun little bed. It really is one of those things where cats tend to disappear inside of it. And it's good looking, I think, anyhow. And also, just to let you guys know, once again, because I keep getting comments about this, My Cat from Hell is coming back for a special. and that's July 18th at it should be around 10 o'clock, depending on your local time. Yes, that is in the U.S. It is impossible to tell you guys when it would be premiering in other parts of the world, because it could be that night, it could be a month later. You just got to check your local listings. But I'm really psyched about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Filmed basically at my house, on iPhones and Zoom and web phones and Nest cams, and in people's homes, basically doing the same thing. And yes, to answer somebody else's question, there will be a wonderful My Cat from Heaven piece in there, basically focusing on folks who have stepped up during this time, fostered, adopted, done things that they didn't think they were going to do just to help the cats. So that's going to be a lot of fun as well. And there we have it. That's our house cleaning for the moment. Now we're going to get back to questions, and I have been separating out just some right off the bat. And what we'll do again after a little bit is I'll take another break. I will gather up some more questions, and we will go from there. Okay, here we go. Let me start by, I'm just going to search the names.
Because I'm going to,
Yeah, here we go. Starting with Roxana. You don't have to, okay. From Roxana. Wait, if I do that, hold on, I'm not doing this right.
Wait, how do you spell her name?
Roxana.
I'm not getting that. She's not coming up.
You're not?
No. You get something?
Did I spell her name wrong?
Yeah, I think so.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, it's Anna with two A.
Oh, it is?
N's, two N's.
I don't see her.
Oh, you gotta do something in the question, a word in the question, which is, it's rescued. Look up rescued.
So wait, what do I do?
Type in settle.
Settle?
Yeah, the word settle.
Oh, there it is. Oh, there you go. Okay, so Roxana. I have a 13-week-old kitten rescued at 10 days, bottle fed. She will rarely, quote, settle down and just let me pet her. I've provided her proper toys, no hand play. She won't really let me just pet her without play attacking me. Help. Okay, so Roxana, first thing is, and I think it was released this week maybe, or the week before, which is a Q&A. Oh, maybe I don't know if it was released this week with Petra.
Oh, it's coming out then.
It's coming out next week?
Soon. Yeah, it's next week's video.
I think it's next week's video, but if you check it out on Wednesday, it's about just this. It's about trying to calm down a kitten, and also really, and it's great that you're not doing any hand play, because that's really where things go badly, when hands become toys. Yeah, take a look at.
And you can read. Can you read that?
Yes, I can. Oh, thank you. That's very helpful.
So I'll do that.
Yes. So in terms of the settle down part, here's the thing. At the age that your cat is at 13 weeks, they're not very much in control of their own circadian rhythms. As you've probably noticed, it's like play, 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 crazy, 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 play, 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 eat, you know what I mean? And then they're up and down, up and down, up and down. So to a certain degree, it's pretty tough. But you do know when you've worn them out a little bit, and that's the time to go in for the pet. The other thing is that this little kitten could perhaps be getting overstimulated pretty hardcore, and you just got to know what the body language is saying. Again, looking at the tail is something, but if you're presenting your hand in a way that they're like, ooh, what's that? Try to, first of all, what I'll do with young kittens is not present fingers, but present the hand. Let them sniff it, let them rub up against it, but you gotta just wait until they're on the way down. Check out, did that video come out yet? Did Boil and Simmer come out yet? It did?
Yeah, we've done a few, There's been 2 Boil and Simmers recently.
Okay, check out, just search in our YouTube video catalog for Boil and Simmer. It's basically my technique for getting cats truly tired. But don't forget, with kittens, it's a little tough. The other thing, like I've mentioned before, get another kitten. You know, if you really want to see a kitten wear themselves out, Wait till they play with another kitten. It's just they do things with each other that we will just never have a handle on in terms of proper play. You know, kittens really know other kittens better. Okay, moving on to Cambry. I have a 12-week-old kitten that's tried to suckle me twice. Ouch. Does that mean he was separated from mom too early? That, yes. So basically that sort of suckling behavior is, and if you take a look at the video called, and I think this is the Cat Daddy Dictionary, the term smurgle. Smurgling is an extension of this. But yes, that kind of suckling is a sign that they were weaned from mom too early. And if you have them at 12 weeks and you've had them for a month or so, that's sort of borderline. But my guess is that, yeah, they were separated from mom too early, so then they will suckle on you, and they will usually grow out of that. You can stop them from doing it, because usually when cats do that sort of suckling behavior, they sort of settle into it. Because the suckling is something that they do as a way of just, think about it. There is a sort of, what am I trying to say? It's a behavior that's sort of equated to being really relaxed and really just sort of languid. And I'm just, this feels good, suckle, suckle, suckle. Because if they go all the way back to mom, it is the most primal of calming things. If I'm 3 days old and I can't even see, but I get myself to the nipple, and this is as primally relaxed as one will ever get. So as they sort of sink into that relaxed state, then the suckling comes. So you can redirect them onto something else, give them a toy, give them a kicker, something where they can cuddle around. But like I said, usually that kind of behavior does extinguish itself over time. All right, moving on. Dora says, can the shape of the litter box cause an ambush? I have 3 cats, 4 litter boxes, all uncovered and in different places. First of all, that's great. It's great that they're all uncovered. You know that I'm not a huge fan of covered litter boxes, especially if you have multiple cats, because, like Dora says, that will help encourage ambushing from other cats, dogs, etc. And what we don't want is for a cat in a litter box to feel like, number one, there's no escape, especially if all of a sudden there's somebody else in that box, and for them to feel in any way, what's the word I'm looking for? Vulnerable. And so that's just something for you to watch out for. And the shape, not so much. But if we take a look at things like the litter boxes that are round and have covers, for instance, that will maybe encourage ambush. But it's not usually the shape as much as it is the location. So let's say that you have taken off the lid, that you have done everything you're supposed to do, but you've put it in the corner behind something else, and that in itself creates an ambush zone, or a place where a cat can get ambushed because there's no way out. My sort of checklist for cats is, for litter boxes, is for ambushes. Is it in a corner? No. Check. Bring it out. Bring it out so your cat can at least have the perceived 2 or even 3 exit routes. I see something coming here. I can go here or here, right? I can get out. That's what encourages ambush, is, think about it. I ambush you when I have you trapped. You know, we just don't want them ever to be trapped when they're in a litter box. What Plants Crave says, hey Jackson, I just adopted a 3-legged fur ball about 5 months ago. Are there any long-term health concerns I should watch out for? He is missing one hind leg. The one thing I would watch out for is over time, because there's nothing they can do. I mean, listen, in terms of getting around, as you probably noticed with your guy, they compensate like crazy. But over time, as they get older, the one thing I would look out for is arthritis and different things that will manifest, because no matter what, they have to compensate with the other part of their body. So arthritis in the hip, arthritis in the knee of the other hind leg, even in the paws in that area. So here's the things that I would recommend for you over time. There's no reason not to start it now. Number one would be a chondroitin MSM complex because that will help keep the joints sort of lubed up, as it were. It's not just chondroitin MSM. It's oh my God, why is it not coming to me? One of you guys, I am sure, will come up with it. Not chondroitin, not MSM. It's what? Come on. It's a test. What is the thing that we use to keep joints lubed up? Even humans use it. There it is, C-Flute. C-Flute comes in first with glucosamine. You rock, and so do you, Catherine Kitty.
At the same time, basically.
At that same damn time you guys did it. Bam! You guys are educated, you're passionate, you are cat people.
So wait, what is it though? What is it like a paste or like a food?
No,
or
it's just a supplement.
Oh, supplement.
And glucosamine, MSM, chondroitin complex. That to me is the best thing. Now, what else can we do? We can do acupuncture. Acupuncture is a great sort of way to just forestall the kind of things that they're going to see later in life. Same thing goes with cold laser treatments. I'm a big fan of cold laser. Go to my YouTube and you'll see actually a visit that I take with my dog Mushka to our holistic veterinary center here outside of Los Angeles. And in that one episode, she gets acupuncture, she gets cold laser, and my little baby also, because she has got hip dysplasia, also does hydrotherapy. Not that your guy will. But these are things that you can do in advance. And just to try to keep that sort of inevitable bit of overstrain on your cat's other side from getting too much of a hold. Okay? Feline Friendly. Hi, Jackson. Hi, Feline Friendly. Do you have any recommendations for a cat grieving the loss of another cat? We had to put our older one down last Friday, and our younger cat has just been seeking out spots he used to enjoy and sleeping all the time. I'm so sorry, Ashlyn. I am so very sorry, first of all. My heart goes to you. I've seen a couple of other folks here today who have lost their cat companions over the last few weeks, and all of our hearts go out to you guys, because everybody on this chat here, I am sure every single one has been where you are, and we all are with you right now. Now, as for how cats grieve, all cats are individuals just like all of us, and they all grieve very differently. Some will take some time. And this is a personal thing, I try to get those pieces of furniture out. Those ones that were favored by the cat who passed, I try to get them out. Because I think it's just confusing over time. Because for cats, something that smells, it's a scent soaker, it's a signpost. And that thing that smells like their old companion, as far as they're concerned, that scent is still them. So where are they? So it doesn't have to be overnight, but I would start replacing those pieces with new pieces. And here's the other thing, Ashlyn, is your grief, if you're not careful, your grief becomes sort of a compounding thing for your cats. And a lot of times we will project our grief onto them as well. It's important for you to walk through your mourning process and for your cat to walk through theirs. And sometimes those things don't match up completely. So just allow that while you're also just processing your own at the same time. And the only way to walk through grief is to keep walking. And I think that your cat companion will do it as well as you. Also, and not like I'm doing a random plug here, you guys know I would never do that, but I did, one of the reasons I developed my Jackson Galaxy Solutions was to help in times of grief. Now, we used to have a formula that we called Grief. I don't think we carry that one anymore, just because at one point we had like 50 different solutions. But Stress Stopper is definitely one that will help, as well as, if it continues, one called Trauma Free. And Trauma Free is really good for moving through PTSD. And then Stress Stopper is for times like right now, when there's fireworks going off and I just get a message from my wife that our dog Pasha will not come out of his crate. Those are the times for stress stopper. So getting both of them will probably help. And again, Ashlyn, all my thoughts to you. Cyber gaming. Hi, Jackson. I remember you saying about cats having a spiritual thing. Have you ever had a cat stare and meow at nothing like a ghost was there? By the way, is there more of my little slice of My Cat from Heaven coming with a new episode? Number one, we hear that all the time. The ghost thing.
Well, I want you to go into it.
Oh, do you?
Well, you've done it, I think, once.
Yeah.
A little bit. Maybe it was on tour. I think somebody asked that on
Oh, yeah,
tour.
you're totally right. You're totally right. Yeah, that was one of the Q&As. I'm sure some of you guys have seen the cats staring at, quote, nothing. Everybody believes something different. Here's my belief. I do believe that cats have... Okay, so first of all, do I believe in a spirit world? Yes, I do. Some don't. I do. In fact, I believe very strongly in spirit world. Do I believe that animals have a easier in to spirit world? Absolutely. They just don't carry the kind of baggage that we carry on this plane. They just don't. It's not like they go, oh, wait a minute, no, this just can't be happening. This can't exist. Well, this is crazy, you know. I must have eaten something weird. Like, you know, they just don't do that. If they experience something, they experience it. And are cats that are staring into a certain spot, are they experiencing something? I absolutely believe it. I absolutely do. And I've had experiences like that where one of our animal family has passed or a human family member has passed, and one of our other animal family members experiences their presence in the room. I've absolutely seen it. You might think that I'm crazy, but I'm not. Well, I am crazy in certain ways, but not in this way. I've had experiences. What's going on here? Wait, I just want to... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're getting a little crazy here. Okay, fine. I mean, this is...
So this is appropriate going on with what you're saying. I thought of this cartoon I saw a while ago.
Is it a bug?
And look at its face.
Yeah, there is that. I mean, you know, and some will sniff the area, some will get a little scared by it. But honestly, it's just, this is one of those times where you can just say, you know what? This is what I believe. And what you believe might be absolutely different. Okay? So there we go. That's what I'm saying. Baoping, any scientific proof? Of course not. Of course not. No. It is what you think it is. It could be the wall, or it could be what I think it is. It's absolutely... oh, and by the way, yes, to answer the other completely unrelated question, we will have a My Cat from Heaven segment on the My Cat from Hell special coming up on the 18th. So there you go. Moving on.
Well, there's a second part of that question. Oh, sorry.
I got it. I got them both.
Hold on. Okay.
And Sue says, sometimes it is a bug. Yeah, sometimes a bug is a bug. Sometimes a wall is a wall. And sometimes it's not. Where are we here?
Coming.
I can probably find them as well, or the next one.
Well, I'm pulling up I got it now.
There is a ton of questions, you guys.
Okay, here we go. There it is.
Oh, there we go. Haley, our 1-year-old cat keeps attacking our 13-year-old cat. We play with her heaps to try to stop it.
That's not the right one.
That's not the right one. No. But now I have to answer it. Thank you so much, Taylor.
Sorry.
Yeah, I can't. Oh, well.
Get the other one.
Because I don't know, Haley, whether we're talking attacking or play attacking or any of those things. So sorry, I can't.
Oh, here it is. It's this other one. That should be...
Nope, that ain't it either. That is absolutely not it.
No, that's the bad one.
No, see, this is another one of those. Yeah, I can't answer that one either.
Hold on, let me go back here. Let me find it.
Yeah.
It's just they use that same word. It's this one.
Not your username says cue Scooby-Doo music. Ruh-roh. Let's see.
This is the correct one.
Shano says, hey, Jackson, currently using Feel Away. Is there a way to use JG Solutions in a similar way? So, now, here's the thing. Everybody will have a take on every different type of modality when it comes to these types of products. If you don't know what Feel Away is sort of, it's not the actual sort of calming pheromone that comes out of cats. It is a chemical sort of stab at it. Is it completely useful, successful, whatever? That's, you guys will find out. I tend to believe that it's a maybe. It's a toss-up. Will it work? Toss-up. Now, when it comes to my solutions, they work in a totally different place. They're not pheromonal. They are not essential oils. They are flower essences. And I got to say, once again, it is a modality that is scientifically proven? Absolutely not. No. But they have been around for over 100 years. I have personally been using them and developing them for over 20 years, and I believe strongly in them. So you don't use them in the same way. I am working on a way to diffuse it in the way that Feel Away is diffused, and I think that's what you're probably referring to, but not yet. And for right now, the remedies the solutions are used either through your hands and then you pet, through food, through water, and through misting, but not sort of automatically diffused. Not quite yet. Thank you for the question. Amrita, Mission Possible. Amrita says for the last week, a 6 or 7 month old intact male stray has been visiting. He has been getting into fights with my other male stray I feed, and my dogs are trying to attack him too. How can I safely gain his trust in an attempt to TNR? So, Amrita, you know, there are ways. I mean, here's the thing. If he's 6 or 7 months old, chances are he hasn't been in a trap yet. And that works really to your advantage. Tempting him into a trap is really about finding the most yummy food that you can find for him, and he should go in it. If you haven't TNR'd before, there's a lot of different places you can go to get the tools you need to, and I mean the tools like the know-how to trap. And of course, Amrita, getting an actual trap is really the first way to do it. And there's a couple of different companies that make humane cat traps for TNR. And then secondarily, it's about gaining trust through food. And the other thing that I would tell you to do is check with your neighbors and see if anyone else is feeding him, because you want to be the only game in town when it comes to trying to trap a cat. You don't want, everybody else feeding him, because then what you'll do, Amrita, is withhold that food for a certain amount of time, an extra 12 to 24 hours. And I know you're going to think that's mean or anything, but he needs to be really, really hungry. And then he will go into that trap. In the meantime, I don't know how much control you have over the dogs, but I would get them inside for the time being until you can get this boy trapped. As long as he is intact, he will continue to attract the ire of other males in your area, and that will not go down well over time. So you're doing the right thing by just planning it, but that's one of those things to put it into action. In the meantime, in terms of tools for TNR, the first one off the top of my head would be Alley Cat Allies. And if you go, I believe it's alleycat.org, you will find their materials, but there's plenty of others. The Feral Cat Coalition is one that comes to mind. Or is it the Community Cat Coalition? Try both of them. But, yeah. Okay. So that's that. Hi, Jackson. Do you want to do more seasons of My Cat from Hell and or Cat vs. Dog? If so, who can we contact to lobby for that? So, David C., thank you for the question. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. We did 9 or 10 seasons of My Cat. In fact, I think that this special will make exactly 100 episodes. That's a lot. But I gotta say, I love working with the Guardians that we've worked with. I love my crew. I love travel. I love it all. And to be honest, now that I'm recovering from back surgery, I'm feeling better. I've been dealing with chronic back pain this entire time, this entire run of this show for 10 years. So now that I don't have it, this chronic pain, or it's getting better, but there's other things I want to do. But one of the things that I found really interesting is that this episode that you guys are going to see is really heading in a different direction in terms of the way we did it. And there may be a future in that. And I personally want to see more of My Cat from Heaven. I love these positive stories. I love traveling to meet people. You guys have seen the episodes where, for instance, when we went to that prison in South Carolina, going to different places where it's just, and honestly, you guys, what I want to start, and of course, this is all post-COVID, when we are back in each other's backyards again, which I really hope is very soon, but I would love to do something international. I know that we have a lot of followers, especially in the UK, and I've never been there before, plus a lot of other places, and that's really what I'd like to do. So if My Cat from Hell can do that, then sure. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And in the meantime, you guys can write to Discovery, to Animal Planet. We will be doing a lot of social media work leading up to the show. So you go to the My Cat from Hell page on Animal Planet, or just go to the Animal Planet Facebook page and say what you want to say. And I'm sure it'll be welcome. All right, what's up next? I just want to hear the story about your cat tattoo that is part fish and part cat. So there are two, actually, you guys. Okay, so here's one. And if you see this one originally, turn this way. Okay, right there. That is a catfish, meaning a cat with a fish. Or is this the one with the? No, that's the. Yeah, anyway, there's the head of a cat on a fish. So is that a fish cat or a catfish? It's a fish cat. Anyway, that was the first one, and that was really apropos of not much. That was me saying, "Hey, fish cat." You have to understand how impulsive I can be. And so here's the second one, and this was less impulsive. So the second one is a koi fish tail, and that wraps around and ends up right there, and that is the face of my dear departed Valoria. And out of all the tattoos on my body and all of the cats on my body, this is the only one that is actually a cat that has lived with me. And this is Valoria, who I'm sure a lot of you guys know. Valoria died not even 2 years ago now, maybe a year and a half ago. And she was 26 years old or thereabouts. And maybe this was like the portrait of Dorian Gray. Maybe this is what helped her live so long. I have no idea. Anyway, that's Valoria. And that story was just, me and her had been together at that point 16, 17 years together. And I was like, man, if I'm not going to put this baby's face on my body at this point,
right?
Yeah, it's time for that. So thank you for that question. Damn, this is a lot. So Corey, what is the story from filming My Cat from Hell that you love to tell but rarely get to? Corey, that's a great question.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's a great question, and I'm not sure I know to answer that one. Here, I'll tell you this one. So I had mentioned the story of Minibar before. We were talking about Minibar, and Minibar was the cat from the first season. So here was my idea. We only got 3 episodes on that first order, and honestly, the chances of being renewed were slim. There had never been a cat show on any network, and I think that there was a thought that like nobody was really going to watch it. So I decided that I wanted to do the very hardest case that came in for audition. For people wanting to be on the, and by the way, David Katz, the name Minibar, I thought this was so cute. That was they adopted her as she was young, about 6-7 months old, to be a companion for their older cat whose name was what? Fubar.
Oh, somebody said that in the chat.
Fubar and Minibar, which I think is hilarious. Anyway, though, Minibar was feral, very unsocialized, and the people who adopted the agency who adopted the cat to these people really just said she was scared or something, and she was not. She was highly unsocialized. And these guys lived in one of these beautiful lofts, these apartment buildings, and the guy was, I think, an architect, but also he built things. So half the place was a wood shop, and Minibar would just disappear into the wood, and then you would just basically follow the little poops, and that's the only way you knew where she was. It was really hard, and the humans were really cool about it, and they really just wanted her to be more social. And yes, Maggie, the hole in the wall that basically she disappeared into the drywall. Oh my God, that was so crazy. And so if you guys remember this story, and you know how crazy it was with her disappearing into the wall and just being just totally invisible. And here's what you didn't know about it. So I was so obsessed with making this work that I camped out at their house. And I think that we actually used it in the show, where you see me in the dark. What you didn't know is that these guys went on vacation. I think they were gone for like 5 or 6 days. I slept there. I went there every night. Now, I had my own cats at home, so I couldn't actually sleep over. But I was there for at least 3 or 4 hours every night, just trying to get Minibar to trust me. And it worked eventually, enough so that I could convince these people that Minibar could be worked with. And here's the thing, that right, Tiggerific says, I think they said she was 70% domesticated. Who the hell says that, by the way? They were like, oh, you should adopt this one. She's 70% domesticated. Smackety smack smack. God almighty. Anyway, but the great thing about Mojito the Cat the First says dedication. That's a great name, by the way. Mojito the Cat the First. But anyway, Minibar was a sweet, sweet cat. She was just she had it really rough. But the people were dedicated. And we might have gotten to a certain place where she was able to actually pet Minibar. And Minibar was ready to, it was still a rough road after that, but they were just committed, and this was basically what they said. I would like to be able to pet her, but I will keep her in my life regardless.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah, they did, and that's why I worked with them. I did not want them to think that I was going to deferalize their cat or anything like that. But also Fubar was very welcoming. They had another cat as well.
Did they fight?
No.
Were they from separate litters? Sorry, I missed
No. Fubar had been with them for years.
Oh, wow.
And they had one other cat as well, and then she was the newest arrival. And they were fine with her because she was invisible. She was living in the woodpile. So, yes, thank you for the question. That would be my answer on that one.
We only got 2 more, and then we'll...
Okay, DonM421 says, I'm a new foster parent for bottle baby kittens. I just got 2 that are days old. How much do I feed per feeding? The reason I picked this one, you guys, is because I will not answer kitten questions. You know who will? Kitten Lady. If you go to Kitten Ladies, this is Hannah Shaw. She is everything when it comes to kittens. I will trust her with any kitten's life. So go to her Instagram page, go to her website, buy her book, Tiny But Mighty. Tiny But Mighty is really what I talk about in terms of Total Cat Mojo being, if I had to say, this is, if you have a cat, get this book. If you have a kitten, get Tiny But Mighty. And that, Don M., that goes to you. Just Kitten Lady.
I'll on everything. Yeah.
Hannah just basically knows everything. Yeah, there you go. Damn it, Genesis! Exclamation point, Hannah. I don't know where that goes.
It might not work. I don't know if I made one. I made one for.
Oh,
Andrew.
Did you do it?
Well, it's weird because I made one for Kate and Andrew, but yeah, maybe we do need a kitten lady.
Yeah, no, she's rocking, and not only is she rocking, but her information is complete, and she also puts her money where her mouth is, and she runs what's called the Orphan Kitten Club. So look that up, Orphan Kitten Club, if you're looking for a nonprofit to give some money to or time. She walks the walk, and I love her very much. And there you go. So, Charity says, "Hi Jackson, RCAT. Dwayne is 19 and dying from lymphoma. He is medicated, but how do we tell if he's in too much pain and it's time to look at getting him euthanized? It is such a difficult thing to make a judgment about," says Charity. Again, Charity, everyone here, with the exception of a few, but I would say most of us here have been where you are, and it is just, yeah, it's painful. If you take a look at my book, Cat Daddy, and skip towards the end of it, you'll see everything that I have to say about that topic is there. You can also, and it's also we address it in Total Cat Mojo as well, but it's much more complete in Cat Daddy. Also, if you take a look at well, you can get it on our website, I believe, but also Amazon, and also on Audible is the audiobook of Cat Daddy, and I just talk a lot about it there. But here's my general belief, and by the way, different folks, different strokes. This is not something that I would ever sort of. I know Betty Veronica, and I never want to give away a story, but yeah, I know the end of it is, yeah. Anyway, but I do believe that if you are present enough and not, and it's very hard, not in your own emotions, they will often let you know. But here's the other thing that I would tell you. When you are questioning when, my belief anyway is never on their worst day. Let them leave this plane with nothing but, just not suffering. When you have that ability to not let them suffer terribly, and they will let you know. I mean, and again, I've been where you are, and I've had to be there more times than any human would want to, but that is the price that we pay. That is the deal that we make with them, is that we will show you a life and give you a life as free from suffering as we can make it. And if they're losing, if Dwayne is getting to the point where he is losing weight uncontrollably, not eating much anymore, shrinking away, not interacting with you in any way, yeah, it's about stepping out of your own experience and being nothing but guardian in that moment. And that is really tough. To not be in it for the love that you get and for the life that you've had with Dwayne. It is a very, very hard moment, and this is the time that you lean on other people in your family, your partner, your best friends, whatever it is, where you can talk it out, and just never on their worst day. And I guess that's really what I got. And that's it for that. And are you seeing what's going on here?
Yep.
Yeah. You got anything for me?
Yep.
Good. It's coming, you guys. It's coming. And that's it on Dwayne. I love you, and I hope the best for you and for Dwayne. And now we are going to take a break, but not until Baby goats, baby goats, baby goats, baby goats, baby goats. Let's watch some baby goats crawl out from under a stove. That's kind of weird, but
this is a viral baby goat video.
This is a viral goat video. I can't believe it. And look at it. Look at that. The happiest goat in the world. Like, oh, but mommy, I was just napping under the stove.
The tail.
Whatever. What is that?
The tail. Look at the tail.
Oh, I know the tail. It's just okay. You're showing the same thing over and over again, but it is cute as heck. You know, there is nothing like baby goats, you guys. I don't know why. I also like other babies. I like baby donkeys a lot, and kittens and all kinds of things. But
and then this was from last week,
I
think. No, this is, yeah.
And this is a very newborn baby goat. This is one whose mom is like, lickety lick, get up on your feet. Yep. And this is, the baby goat's like, well, trying to stand up for the first time. Oh, they're so adorable. I can't stop. Look at all the baby goat emotes. Get on your feet, kid. Get on your feet. Oh my God. Oh my God, so adorable. Okay, and there's our baby goat. Thank you, Taylor. Taylor gets to know that past today, he doesn't have to go scrambling for baby goats.
Yeah, my baby goat archive's getting thin, so it's getting tougher.
Oh God! And you're right, Mojito, the cat the first. I would, and not only it's not about having a farm. I know that. Listen. Yes, I want a lot. But I would then, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I would still hire some folks because I don't have it in me to, oh, donkey, you came and you gave without taking. I won't send you away, oh, donkey. Anyway, I can't believe that just came out of my mouth. Oh God. And I see a lot of big things here about fireworks. You guys watch my base camp video. Take a look at the brief video I made about holiday fireworks and that kind of thing. It just came out. Let your guys burrow. Let them be safe for tonight. I know the dogs have it harder because the dogs need to go pee outside, and that makes life harder. And getting Pasha out of his crate today is going to be a pain in the ass, but there you have it. Oh, donkey, you kissed me, and I was really cool with that. Okay.
Oh, yeah, let's take one more break.
Yeah, we're going to take another quick break. And just a reminder, if you guys are into our Teespring t-shirts and you want to get a t-shirt today, you want to get a free one, ! Giveaway. Make sure that you are on Twitch and not YouTube. And get online, man. Get online, because the thing is that we are going to come back. And who just wrote about Barry? Okay. Anyway, we're going to come back on the other side of this. We're going to do some more questions, and then we're going to for the night. So let's make sure. And yes, Zumba, I need some coffee, and I'm getting some right now. These AMAs, man, this is no joke. I'm here for you, man. I'm here for you. Light and love. I'll be back on the other side. All right, you guys, welcome back to the Cat Cave. Welcome to all of our Facebook followers who are hanging out with us. There we go. Good to see everybody. And we are on our final segment here. We're going to answer some more questions. I'm so sorry, you guys. There were a ton of them, and there's no way I get to all of them. But I do have to say to you guys that many, if not most, of the questions that are coming in are on
YouTube.
On YouTube, yes. So if you just search the thing that you're looking for, there, I mean, we do have a lot of videos on YouTube, and a lot of them, a lot of your questions are answered there. Okay. Okay, Rhonda Kemp, I'm so sorry to hear about your daughter's cat. Please send my regards to her and my thoughts and prayers. So anyhow, you guys, let's get back to the questions. Here's what we got going on. Hold on just one second. Let me... Okay, so here we go. Let's see what our next question is here.
Sorry, 1 second. Next question is...
All right.
Here we go.
Thank you, Alexandra Bloom. Good to see you, and thank you. And I know, Michelle, I'm sorry. Everybody wants coffee once they see me. Who wants coffee? I know in the UK it's 3 a.m., but I mean, come on. All right. Here we go. Wings says, hi, Jackson. Big fan from Australia here. Wondering how to make sure a Frankenprey raw diet is balanced. Lots of info online for ground raw food, but I can't find much about balancing raw diets without grinding it. So here you go. Two choices, really, that you have. There are a lot of brands out there now. Raw diet brands are aplenty. What you're looking for is you're looking for it on the bag or whatever to say complete. Most of those come either frozen or they come freeze-dried or something like that. So look for that. Now, if you want to do it yourself, without grinding, it's pretty tough. And when we say grinding, you take meat, and that includes the bone and all that, and the muscle, and then you grind it all up. I mean, that's the way it's done with these brands. That's kind of the way you have to do it. Once again, I will refer you over to feline-nutrition.org. They are a very complete resource. I really do trust these guys when it comes to creating diets, maintaining those diets, getting exactly what your cats need in their diet. But hey, man, I absolutely applaud you for going the full 100 yards on this one and making sure that your cats are getting what they need. I am going to tell you guys again, in terms of the chat that's happening here, I would say at this point, I've got enough questions. I don't think I'm going to be able to take any more. So I would say probably don't bother asking any more questions.
Well, they can put them in there because we might get to them.
That's
in videos.
true. Yeah, you guys, that's another thing. Good point, Taylor. You can go to Discord and keep asking questions. Not up here on the chat. There's no way I'm going to answer them. And Taylor already put that up there, and so did Pebbles and everybody else. So I would say go to Discord, go !AMA if you're on Twitch right now. Again, you Facebookers, I would say go on over to twitch.tv/Jackson Galaxy, and then you can go to Ask Me. And if we don't get to answer them today, also, this is a great list for me to get to know what to film next for videos, you guys, because so many of these questions that you're seeing are on the YouTube video list, but there's always more for me to shoot. So there you go. Let's go to the next question. AMAI asks me, question for Taylor. What was your favorite moment during your time working on the stream? And I can just say, for Taylor, every moment was a precious moment.
Yes.
I loved working with Jackson more than anything else I've ever done in my life. Okay, Taylor, over to you.
I'd say my favorite moment, when we had the callers call in, there was some moments in there that were very, like, I didn't think this would happen live with everybody, and it felt like a real show in its own way, like a real, like, organic thing that we created. I think just the community being created and the live caller and stuff, which is kind of hard to do, like, because we kind of take a risk on having
a big one.
Yeah, great. The community is great, and everybody in the community is amazing. But I think that we did that for a few days, and I don't have like one question or anything that somebody said, but some of the moments between Jackson and the callers were they're as real as it gets.
Yeah.
I mean, other than the live show,
I'm pulling the Facebookers over to you. Sorry.
Yeah, other than the live show. Oh, by the way, my shirt, so they can see.
Look at that shirt. My God.
Other than seeing Jackson live, this is as close as you can get, especially with the questions and everything. Like, people are, I mean, when you see him live, you only do like maybe 7 or 8 questions out of thousands of people. So it's very rare to have such access to somebody. And then the Discord community and all the questions and just making people closer with their cats. I think that's
honestly, I mean, you guys got to know that whether it's the Discord place, whether it's all of this, Taylor built this stuff, you guys. So I mean, I would thank him, because honestly, none of this would be happening. And he's talking about the live callers, and we had a number of times where there was this one, and I can't remember exactly what was going on, but there was a question that was a medical issue. Oh, it was after the Tiger King thing, and that was a huge show. I mean, we were answering a ton of questions about big cats, and we had a viewer who was a big cat veterinarian,
that's right, yes.
Who volunteered at different sanctuaries, and we got her to call in, answer questions, talk to us about what the world was for animals who are caught in the tiger trade. It was brilliant, and it was, for me, it was incredibly educational.
Spur of the moment.
Total spur of the moment. It just happened. And there was the other time where, and you guys, over the next couple of months, I'll probably put this video together. But if you guys remember, in the middle of one of our live streams, my wife writes in, she goes, "Oh my God, we got to get this cat out of the shelter." I don't know why she chose that moment to do that, but it was also the video that was put up on Facebook of him in the shelter, which was like him reaching through the bars, and he was about to be euthanized. And we actually, in the midst of this, found a potential foster parent, but of course then it turned out that he had ringworm, and we had to get him another foster parent. But it started this entire thing. And by the way, that's right, Meow Wolf, if you're still here, thanks for reminding us, Pebbles. But that cat, whose name is now Wichita, and Wichita is now living outside of Phoenix, Arizona. And he went through an entire course of fostering with a mom who got him through the ringworm, who was very used to doing it. She's done a lot of ringworm. It was amazing, because there was like, not even counting Jennifer, it was like, I don't know, 8 or 9 different hands touched him along the way to take him from point A to point B, and this all happened through here. And I thought that was brilliant. But yeah, thank you, Taylor.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that. I mean, that was definitely a highlight. I wish it could have turned out quicker. In a way.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm trying to find these other ones. It is not easy to find these questions.
Now there was one.
If you could, even like a keyword.
Let's see here. Let's see here if I can find a few of them.
Because I don't know where in the list that you got it from. That's the problem.
Let's see. Oh, this one.
Because I'm looking for Kim Green.
O-D-O-Y. Just write my 12-year-old cat. Hopefully that'll get us there.
Is it spelled out 12 or?
No, it's the number.
I got it. Charlie. Is it?
Yes, Charlie. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna go to this one now.
Here you go.
Okay. So, let's see. Hi, Jackson. My 12-year-old cat Charlie has begun insisting that I sit next to him while he eats. He started doing this after I've been home due to the quarantine. What possible explanations are there for this behavior? So, and I wish I could pronounce your name. O'Doyle Rules.
O'Doyle Rules.
Oh God.
That's from one of those Adam Sandler movies.
But it's just so funny because you look at it the way it's spelt and you go, O'Doyle? O'Doyle Rules. So, O'Doyle, pretty much that's your behavior. Okay, so the fact is that until quarantine, until you had all this time on your hands, your cat just ate. And then suddenly you started this thing where you started sitting on the floor. And I don't know how that started, but I would say that you started it and your cat followed suit. And your cat was like, you know what? This is pretty cool. I get to have company while I eat. I'm really kind of stoked on this. And then you tried not to do it, and your cat was like, wait, we had a thing going on. So now you started a thing. And now once you go back to work, or, once we're lifted from this thing, your cat is going to expect it. So I would start breaking that habit now. And you can do it just one meal a day. And let me tell you something. He'll eat. If he's hungry, he's not going to go on hunger strike because you're not sitting next to him. He just likes it because you started doing it and it became a ritual between the two of you. And so the other thing that you can do is just break the ritual by starting another one. I always talk about the no yes. If you're going to say no to something, make sure you got a yes right behind that so that it's not this punitive thing. So one thing that you can do is before your mealtime with him, have a play session. Have a nice, really beefy play session with him. And then you wind him down. And then from there, it's feeding time, and then you walk away. So you're bringing in another ritual to replace this one. And that's the thing I would tell you to do. And there you go. Oh, somebody just said that they have the Jackson Galaxy backpack. And it's so cool. You can see it in the background right there.
Exclamation point backpack.
There's the Jackson Galaxy backpack right back there. And exactly, Sue Williams says, I love when my cat trains me. And that's exactly, and I'm glad you love it, Sue, because sometimes it ain't so fun. Let's see.
I cannot find Kitty Lovin' Lady or Kim Greenwood.
The Kitty Lovin' Lady, I believe, is one word. Okay. So it's Kitty Lovin'. And I think that she capitalized K and L.
Do you have like a keyword that she used?
I don't know.
I
can see if I can find it. Let's see here.
It just sucks I can't look up usernames.
Dumpty-dumpty-dum.
Oh, I found Greenwood. Okay, here we go.
And I found this one.
Well, yeah, let's do that next.
This one is just for. This is going to have me go to YouTube. But PB Face Gamer says, how do we prepare our cat for us going to work after the quarantine is over? And that is great. Now, a couple of things. There's a couple of videos that talk about this, and they've all come out in the past couple of months because I've had quite a few quarantine-based videos. So check those out. But the other one is about separation anxiety, because the whole idea, and like I said, if you just go back over the past couple of months, you will find a video that absolutely speaks to what you're talking about, PB Face Gamer. But really, the thing is, slowly, just start doing things like leaving the house and taking a walk around the block, leaving the house and being gone for 20 minutes at a time, just getting out a little more regularly and doing that whole thing that you used to do. When you used to go to work, there was a ritual. We all have rituals that we go through every morning, and we kind of tend to do it the same, and our cats pick up on it. So they know that when the alarm goes off and then you're in the shower, they're like, oh, it's T-minus Dad leaving the house. So start going through your rituals again. It's also very useful for you. And then leave the house for 20 minutes and come on back and start lengthening it out just a little bit each time. Because, if you're home for 4 months and then suddenly, boom, you're back to work, and, I'm hoping that happens very soon. But yeah, getting your cat acclimated before you leave is the way to go. But like I said, zippity-doo-dah, it's in the videos.
Yes, it's in the videos.
I got a little, okay. Kim Greenwood, hello from Australia. And we got another Australian here tonight. Tips for getting out 2-year-old indoor cat. Tips for getting our 2-year-old indoor-only cat to try new things. She has a new bed, and she's very hesitant to go inside it. Another one of these where we say, go check out the video. There's the video that came out, I think it was last week, and it was the one about why does my cat not want to use the bed that I just got for her. I mean, literally, that's the video. It's very, very specific, but it speaks to how to get cats to use the things that we spend our good money on. But there you go. There's a video for that. What else do we have?
We need Star or... Do you remember Stars?
What was that?
Star.
Star?
That's the person.
I guess. I think it was just Star. I think that was the...
Do you have it? Do you know?
Oh, I can try to find it. Let's see. Star. Where are you, Star?
Oh, found it. Okay, I got it.
You did?
Yep, I got it. All right, give me a second.
Good for you. Because, I mean, just finding the word star and all... Oh, I got it too.
Yeah, I got it.
There it is.
All right, it's coming.
All right, so Star's question. And by the way, hello, everybody on Facebook. Good to have you guys along. Don't forget, join us over here on Twitch if you want to be in for the giveaway that's going to happen in just a few minutes. Okay, Star says... Currently raising a bottle baby singleton that is 16 days old for my local shelter. Started in July. Any suggestions to try with him to make him more adoptable as he ages? First of all, Star, thank you so very much for doing what you're doing. I would say a couple of things. Number one, I would imagine that your local shelter has to have more kittens. Go get them. Seriously, go get more kittens. Because nobody teaches a cat how to be a cat better than another cat. And that's just straight up. And I think that some of the quote-unquote problems that we see with bottle babies is that they approximate human behaviors. And they're not, as good when it comes to being a cat with other cats. And being adoptable, in my estimation, also means being good with other cats. And I guess what I'm thinking is that if your shelter has one kitten, they gotta have more. They gotta have more kittens. So take a couple. I mean, really, once you're into 16-day-old kittens, you got the work on your hands, man. If you're doing bottle baby work, there's got to be more neonates in your shelters. Like I said. As they get old, this age, from 2 weeks to 9 weeks, it's what we call the sensitive phase of development. This is when they learn how to be social. I'm not saying you can't do it yourself, Star. I'm just saying it's optimal if you were to have other kittens around. Or if you have other cats in your home. I mean, obviously you have to do a quarantine, but the best thing that you can do is start them at a young age doing just normal cat stuff. Playing is one of those things, sort of that hunting behavior, getting them into that. They are, again, that 2 to 9 week period is also when they become the most social with humans, if they're going to get social with humans. So expose that kitten to as many different types of people as you can. So that might mean that's men, that's women, that's deep voices and high voices, that's beards, it's hats, it's kids if you can. Cats and dogs, whatever you can get that kitten acclimated to in that sensitive phase, the better off they're going to be when it comes to adoptability. The final thing I'll tell you is once they get to that age, maybe at about, if you have this kitten past 12 weeks, let's say, and you start to get into a little bit of training work, a little bit of clicker training, a little bit of getting that kitten to come forward and expect good things from other humans, that's a game changer. When they're back at the shelter and somebody comes into a common cat room and the cat comes up to them, that's what you want. And there you go. Again, thank you so much, Star. And Kitty Lovin' Lady 43 says, "Hi, Jackson. What do you recommend to keep the kitties from scratching the furniture?" Oh, well, that's very sweet of you. But anyway, in terms of the scratching, we have videos on that. So that's all I got to say on that is that don't forget a couple things. Never, ever, 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 and I'm not saying you would ever do this, Kitty Lovin' Lady. I'm just saying this to the rest of the world. And you guys, you good people over on Facebook, don't ever, 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 never declaw your cat. Scratching is a very natural behavior, and it's something that we can totally work on. I do have videos on that. We talk about it in at least one of my books, if not all of them. But Total Cat Mojo, the book, that will totally give you what you need. But remember the no yes, okay? Remember, if you don't want your cat scratching on the couch, you can say no by a number of different things. Sticky Paws is a product that you can put on your couch, so when your cat touches it, it's sticky. But that just saying no ain't going to do the trick. They still need stuff to scratch on. And here's the trick that I think a lot of people miss. Okay, so your cat is telling you, I want to scratch vertically. I'm pulling up and I want to pull down. I like scratching vertically, or I'm scratching the rug. I really like scratching horizontally. But if it's the vertical one, you want them to get a scratcher, and the key is that that scratcher doesn't go whoop, right? You don't want those flimsy little scratchers. It's got to be something that, depending on how big your cat is, they can reach up, they can pull down, they can scratch, and that thing's not going to tip over. Because if that doesn't happen, they're always going to go back to the couch. Last little piece of advice on this one. They are going to the couch not just because it's sturdy, or the bed, not just because it's sturdy, but because it smells like you. It's through scent soaking. By scratching, they're also leaving scent. So by doing that, they're also saying, hey, you and me, compadres. So do make sure that when you're saying no, that you're saying yes, but that yes is right next to the no. And there you go. And that's that.
And that's our last question.
And that's it. And we're done. So again, thank you guys so much for asking the questions. You can keep going into Discord right now and keep putting them in there. The great thing is that questions that I've never thought of before, which I saw a bunch of them in there, those could become videos on our YouTube channel.
Well, we're going to shut it down after the stream. So,
Taylor's going to shut it down after the stream
because-
is done. But you can still, if for the next few minutes, you can still keep going if you want to.
And because the Discord is not meant for cat questions normally, because we don't want people,
Right. You're very...
giving misinformation.
Taylor is right on the money. I can't... yes, we don't want... Listen, the one thing I don't want is if it's not me answering it, then, you know... And even if it is me answering it, I could be wrong sometimes. But, I mean, you know, we don't want questions being posted in there and other people answering it. But anyway, for the next few minutes, you can still keep putting them in there, and it could very well be a video. So, anyhow, you guys, we have been at it for quite a long time. Let's get to the giveaway.
Yep.
So, if you're here, then...
last chance, last few minutes here.
Last few minutes, man. If you guys want... And take a look at Thank You, Paula Catherine, ! merch, and you will see the T-shirts that are available to you. So once you win this sucker, you can decide which T-shirt you want to receive. And Maggie Taylor is going to Chicagoland.
Chicago.
I love Chicago, man. Such a great freaking place. Not that you should go to Chicago, because that's stupid. But anyway, what is ! shirts? That's not a thing, is it?
That gives merch. I think that works for merch as well.
Does it really?
Yeah. There's a few commands that have different words that'll still do it.
Well, cool. And also, I want to remind you guys, that, and that includes all of you Facebookers there, that July the 18th.
Yes.
The return of My Cat from Hell. And it will be one episode. We're just doing a special. And so we will be doing lots of fun stuff. Please just sign up, whether you're just following me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or you do the sign up, which is what you would do for the giveaway, for the emails. You will find out everything I'm going to do. My plan is to do a big old, right, ! newsletter. But you can find out what I'm going to do, especially on the day of, because I do believe I'll be doing a long session here, which will be interesting because I'll be doing it by myself here, but I'll be doing sort of a marathon here. I plan to do some giveaways, and I'll take you through the episodes leading up, because Animal Planet's going to do a My Cat marathon all day on the 18th. Again, I know this is for U.S. viewers. I really don't know what's going on worldwide. And Shannon, I'm not sure about the time, but I believe at this point it's 10 p.m., both Eastern and Pacific. But hey, I'll be here. So, but things can change, and we will also, like I said, I'll be doing giveaways here. We will also, I'm sure Animal Planet will be in on it to some degree. It'll be a big old ball of fun for sure. And I'm really excited. I'm really stoked to be back with Animal Planet. It's been a while. We haven't released any My Cat from Hell in like, God, I want to say 18 months, something like that.
Over a year, easy.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't filmed anything for 2 years at least. So, God, I can't even believe that. It's been a long time, man. But we've been doing a lot of stuff since then. Unfortunately, that's the other thing. You guys might have tickets for any of our shows in the fall. On that, please stay tuned. If it has to be rearranged again, it'll be it'll happen.
Oh, sorry. Somebody wrote a bunch of emails that said it was hilarious.
I mean, listen, everyone, look at all this love coming your way. Look at that. All Taylor's friends coming out. That's hilarious.
Thank you, Shalita.
That is so funny, man.
Creative.
Yeah, and Cat Camp will be
talk about
back.
Cat Camp.
And you guys please stay close, because Cat Camp may not be happening in the way that we'd want it to. It's in fact it might have even been this weekend or next weekend that we were going to be doing the New York Cat Camp, and it's not happening. But Cat Camp is happening. It'll be happening in a different way, and you guys just got to stay close to find out when and where. But it's going to be really, well, where is kind of obvious, but it's going to be really exciting. So stay close. You ready to do a giveaway?
Yep.
All right, we're going to do a giveaway. Everybody who's here, let's see what's going down. Who's getting that t-shirt? Come on now. Wonder Woman 78. I know you, Wonder Woman 78. We gave you a ticket to a show. Wonder Woman 78,
Really?
I think she was in Boston.
Huh.
I think that she was one of the people who I just gave a free ticket to, and I don't remember why that was. Wonder Woman, and she was the person who got a hug. Now I remember. Wonder Woman was like one of those people who was like, I promise you a hug when I see you. Anyway, if you're still here, Wonder Woman, congratulations. If you're not, you still get a t-shirt, so it doesn't matter. And Nimbus Nico, good, I'm glad you're in Boston. Where is Wonder Woman? She's not here. Anyhow, that's it. I am very glad. And for everybody who did not win a t-shirt, go on over it. If you hit !merch, if you go over to the YouTube channel, you'll see the Teespring, and teespring.com/Jackson Galaxy. There's a lot of ways to do it, but I love our merch. We will be doing a lot more. People are asking for beanies. People are asking for a lot of different things. They are coming, but in the meantime, follow these links and get on over to it. Facebookers, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. Next time around, join me over on Twitch, but I'll be doing some Facebook Live coming up soon as well. Much love to you guys. And yes, I see you guys, Australia, UK. I'm coming your way. As soon as this nightmare passes us, you guys, we're all going to be together. But in the meantime, this is how we do it, okay? Love to you guys. All right, so your Facebook is gone. It's just you and me, Twitch. It's just you and me.
And YouTube.
And YouTube. You and me, YouTube. All right. I don't know why I just did that.
Yeah, that was weird. It's like that was your Chicago accent.
It was sort of my Untouchables accent.
That's what it is.
It's you and me, Mr. Ness, and my little friend. All right. So, anyways,
Maybe some last minute 4th of July advice for everybody just to keep their animals
yes,
quiet.
thank you very much. Again, anybody in the U.S. Dealing with this freaking thing called the 4th of July and the freaking fireworks, there are videos. I just put up some last week. There was some stuff for you to think about, to do, video. There's also an infographic that I believe that we reposted, but you can find it on my website, blogs. But really the whole idea is make sure that you've got a nice, safe place for your cats to go. If there's one day that they have to be kind of in the closet, and you know how I feel about the closet and under the bed and all that, but if there's one night that you just let them do what they got to do, this would be that night. You know, I mean, I really don't think that the non-animal loving world has any idea what fireworks do to our kids, and it really sucks, and I really wish that we would just stop it. And like I said before, man, I hear that the U.S. is going to sell out of fireworks, and yay. But in the meantime, you can do some ambient sounds. If you have a white noise machine like people use to go to sleep, use that. You know, I don't think music usually does it, but talk radio, just low murmuring sounds might help as well. Letting them burrow into something, keeping them in one room. Don't let them wander the house, especially if they've got scaredy cats. Let them hunker down in that area. But also, if you do have any of my formulas like Stress Stopper will help. And are we still running the Stress Stopper special?
I don't know.
I thought we were this weekend. I could swear we were still running the Stress Stopper special. I believe that Stress Stopper is still $5 off per bottle. Not that that's, I mean, it's not going to help you tonight, but for the future, for New Year's Eve, whatever. And
it would be on Facebook if it was.
Yeah, right? I'm not
or
entirely sure.
It would be in the newsletter.
In the newsletter,
yeah,
but I believe it was Stress 2020 or Stress Stopper 2020, not entirely sure. But anyhow,
it was Stress Stopper 2020. I think that's what
it was. Stress Stopper 2020.
Like, so
try
it.
Yeah, go ahead and try that code and see if that will help. But in the meantime, there you go. All right, you guys. All light, all love, all mojo to you. I'm not going to be back next week doing this. I will be back on the 18th, so look for me then. And I will be giving you guys updates. So just stay close so that we know what we're going to do together on the 18th. Besides, watch My Cat from Hell catch it crazy. Anyway, much love to all you guys. Mwah. Good night, everyone.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you, Taylor.
Yep.
Thank you, Taylor.
Bye, guys.